is my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian of the class, Akshay.
Good evening, fellow classmates, Board of Ed representatives, administrators, and of course, everyone else in this wonderful audience. A quick thank you to my parents, my grandfather, and of course, my little sister, Asha. Now, as some of you may have noticed, the title of my speech is called Inside Our DNA. All of us here, having spent 4 years at JP Stevens, have made some truly wonderful and life-changing memories that will forever be as much a part of us as whatever it is that's in the school water fountains. I just wanted to take a moment to think back and reflect on all the unique qualities of JP Stevens that are forever inside our DNA. I mean, we got loyalty, got royalty inside our DNA. And at that point, the speech would be gaggled. While we may not all have royalty inside our DNA, one thing that clearly is there is music. It's high-key amazing just how all of our music programs are ranked among the best in the state. Take, for example, JP's very own All-Eastern Band, or as we call it, Wind Ensemble. And I mean, I never know which number is bigger, the band kids making regions this year, or the number of instruments Ethan knows how to play. Also, we have our exceptional choir with Governor's Award winners like Shobana, and 10 people making all nationals. And here I am making my parents cringe when I try and sing happy birthday. Oh, but how could we forget athletics? Yes, JPS has sports in its DNA for sure. I mean, just to start off with, we have insane people like Katie, who literally skate for the US team. Or how about tennis, where both the boys and the girls won the GMCs this year? But I mean, it's not even that big a deal, right? Because the guys have been doing this, what, 5 years now? We even have a GMC winning golf team, not to mention Grace, the literal best in the state at it. And how about theater? It's gotten to the point where I'm more hyped for the annual spring musical than I would be for a broadshay. Yes, JPS has drama in its DNA, especially people like Rudvik, who's probably the world's best Indian American Hamlet. To be honest, one of the best parts about JPS is our clubs, and I don't just mean theater. I could go on and on about the medals in our DNA, from all the FCCLA gold medalists, oh, and Shamalo, who's, only like a national vice president. To my fellow popular kids in Odyssey of the Mind and Science Olympiad, I've always thought about how fortunate I am to go to a school where it's not just the football team that gets respect, but even the people that spend their Saturdays building robots and taking science tests. And I think that's one of the best things in our DNA. Now, I've talked a lot about the students, but I haven't even gotten to the amazing teachers yet. From Mr. Jones and the infamous Pumpers Like to Pump, to the chemistry department and the annual holiday chemistry, to Mr. Buford, Mr. Miller, and the glorious AP Gov trip. For those of you that didn't come with us to DC, here's a fun fact. The Washington Monument changes color 1/3 of the way up. If you get a chance, ask Mr. Miller why. Now, I promised myself I wouldn't get too philosophical on you guys, but I just wanted to step back from the specifics and ask you all to consider just how distinct JP as a school is. Where else are you going to see more people showing up for Garba and Diwali than for a Halloween party? Or people who've grown up speaking Mandarin, organizing a Mardi Gras event for French Alliance? And in what other school would you get to see a beauty pageant as unique as Mr. JPS? Samir, by the way, I still think of his epic talent every time I see the cooking channel. The point I'm making is that JP is a school like no other. And even when it was frustrating, when you realized your GPA would be a full point higher at literally any other school, JP was still ours. This school has changed us, almost as much as we've changed it. It's opened up our minds, and not just to academics. It's challenged us, not just to learn science and history, but to follow our passions and to succeed in every field possible. It's helped us form bonds and relationships that will endure long after we've left here today. And in every way imaginable, JP has permanently improved us. Now bear with me for a moment here. Ms. Polakowski has told us time and time and time again to be the change we wish to see in the world. I'm here to tell you that those changes have already happened inside you, inside your DNA as a JPS graduate. Now it's up to you to move on from here and bring those changes to the world. Just remember to sit down, be humble, and all hail Gale. Thanks for a great 4 years.
It's my privilege to begin calling the graduates. Valedictorian, Vincent Liao. Salutatorian, Akshay Yaluri. Class of 2017 President, Samir Kumar. Class Vice President.
Congratulations, class of 2017.